Destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. So the two angels came to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat at the gate of Sodom. And when Lot saw them, he rose to meet them, and bowed down to the ground. And said, Now, my lords, I beseech you, come to your servant's house and lodge, and wash your feet, and in the morning you will arise and go on your way. And they answered, No, we will stay in the street tonight. But he persisted with them very much, and they went with him, and entered his house, and he made them a feast, and baked unleavened bread, and they ate. But before they lay down, the men of the city, the men of Sodom, surrounded the house, all the people together, from the youngest to the oldest. And they called to Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men that came to thee this night? Bring them out, so that we may know them. Then Lot went out to them at the door, and closed the door behind him. And he said, I beseech you, my brethren, do not do such evil. Behold, now I have 2 daughters who have not known a man. I will bring them out to you, and do with them as you see fit, only do nothing to these men, since they came in the shadow of my roof. And they answered, Get away there. And they added, This stranger has come to live among us, and will he become a judge? Now we will deal worse than them. And they did great violence to the man, to Lot, and approached to break the door. Then the men stretched out their hands, and brought Lot into the house with them, and closed the door. And they struck the men who were at the door of the house with blindness, from the least to the greatest, so that they toiled searching for the door. And the men said to Lot, Have you any more here? Sons-in-law, and your sons, and your daughters, and all that you have in the city, bring them out of this place. For we are going to destroy this place, because the cry against them has risen before the Lord, therefore, Jehovah has sent us to destroy it. Then Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law, who were to take his daughters, and said to them, Arise, leave this place, because Jehovah is going to destroy this city. But it seemed to his sons-in-law that he was mocking. And at daybreak, the angels urged Lot, saying, Arise, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, so that you may not perish in the punishment of the city. And he stopped, and the men took hold of his hand, and of his wife's hand, and of his 2 daughters' hands, according to the mercy of the Lord toward him, and they took him out and put him outside the city. And when they had brought them out, they said, Escape for your life, do not look behind you, nor stop in all this plain, escape to the mountain, lest you perish. But Lot said to them, No, I pray you, my lords. Behold, now your servant has found favor in your eyes, and you have magnified your mercy, which you have shown me by giving me life. But I will not be able to escape to the mountain, lest evil overtake me and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee thither, which is small, let me escape there now, isn't she small, and I will save my life. And he said unto him, Behold, I have also received thy supplication concerning this, and I will not destroy the city of which thou hast spoken. Hurry, escape there, because I will be able to do nothing until you have arrived there. That is why the name of the city was called Zor. The sun was rising over the land when Lot came to Zor. Then the Lord rained on Sodom and Gomorrah sulfur and fire from the Lord out of heaven, and destroyed the cities, and all that plain, with all the inhabitants of those cities, and the fruit of the land. Then Lot's wife looked behind him and turned into a pillar of salt. And Abraham went up in the morning to the place where he had stood before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of that plain, and behold, the smoke rose from the earth like the smoke of a furnace. Thus, when God destroyed the cities of the plain, God remembered Abraham, and sent Lot out from the midst of the destruction, laying waste the cities where Lot was. But Lot went up from Zor and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he was afraid to stay in Zor, and he and his 2 daughters lived in a cave. Then the elder said to the younger, Our father is old, and there is no man left in the land who will come to us according to the custom of the whole land. Come, let us give our father wine to drink, and sleep with him, and we will keep offspring from our father. And they gave their father wine to drink that night, and the eldest came in and slept with her father, but he did not feel when she lay down, nor when she got up. The next day the elder said to the younger, Behold, I slept last night with my father, let us also give him wine to drink tonight, and go in and sleep with him, so that we may preserve offspring from our father. And they gave her father wine to drink also that night, and the younger girl got up and slept with him, but he did not notice when she went to bed or when she got up. And Lot's 2 daughters conceived by their father. And the eldest gave birth to a son, and called his name Moab, who is the father of the Moabites to this day. The younger also gave birth to a son, and called his name Ben-Ammi, who is the father of